How they got on, but they've unharmed managed to scoot across, and I think they may shortly be in a position to actually fire on this.
Yeah.
Whilst we are.
What's that up there? Up on the hill then? Did you see it? There was something else there.
Oh, that's so.
It's destroyed.
That's still the destroyed one,
Alright.
I imagine. He doesn't. I mean, he should know. There's a big smokestack, but he doesn't. He's aware that there's been enemy up there. He's aware there's been enemy here or here. He's not spotted them.
Where is that? That enemy, the one that's just fired in? Where is it in relation to
this guy?
Yeah, which way is he facing? Because if he's facing completely the other way, we can just
at the moment he's facing.
Yeah, well,
here.
We can get him now, can't we? Surely. Or be brave.
That's a limitation on. I think. Well, I don't know. That's maybe a limitation on. He's only really got this 50 cal machine gun.
Oh, he doesn't have the.
This isn't a
missile.
Guided missile or anything. There is a scout with a guided missile potentially, so you can see in the back there's a whole bunch of kit if we want.
Yeah.
I think, and it's frustrating because I can't see the range of this anti-tank missile, but I don't think
it's
he
range,
might.
yeah.
I think. Might stop him before we get ahead of ourselves. And it is. At the moment, he's okay. This tank. So this tank is hidden behind this hill. So these tanks are okay at the moment. He's okay. He's the one drawing fire. This one has a building between them.
Yeah. Is our artillery fired yet?
That'll probably be another 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
3 minutes, there we go. So, between, 3 minutes, roughly.
How long is a turn?
1 minute, so
right.
three turns time. It's weather. What is that? That's the hill behind us. Don't really want to do that. I don't think it's bad coming up with this guy. He's roughly going to get in. He's going to creep forward and be able to do that. We have the tanks. They can come down on him. We might not have to really do anything. I would say at some point we need to think what to do with the other guided missiles, because they aren't really doing anything right now. I would have been tempted to use this instead of the mortars, to be honest. But I think that's cool as it is. If you want, we can let this play out so he moves forward and then play out. So
yeah,
they
go on, yeah. See if he
he's going to fire again any second now. Just sees ever so slightly sky still. And hopefully he'll get bored and stop looking that way, because he loses sight of the target. Or we lose sight of him.
What's all that?
So they've still got artillery up on that hill. They've still got artillery here.
Fire for effect. 60 Mike headed your way.
I think I heard the mortars. I think I heard a splash, so we should see a little. Did I see a flash over here, or is that still? So they're still firing artillery on that patch there.
Yeah.
But yeah. That look okay?
Yeah.
Here is wave 1. And we still have this threat here.
Yeah.
And we've not made a decision on how they're going to head. Are they going to bomb it up the road? I know at one point we talked about cutting left. I mentioned cutting right through the town, or cutting up the hill. What's your feeling?
I think we've got to cut left.
Down.
Yeah.
We can certainly. I reckon it's not a bad shout. You can certainly get forwards. I would happily move them to about
here. Yeah,
so
that's
they've
what I
got
think.
that. They've got those earth barriers between them.
Yeah.
We'll start doing that. I think something like that. If that. So that they're reasonably spread out, but they're still got the. Oh, there's a bit of a hill. They may have to come down to here. Move this guy forward a slight bit. We can move to there because you've got earth barrier, earth barrier, earth barrier. There's
So we didn't
vehicle.
do that area attack sort of thing, you know, limit your options. Right, is that all three of them sorted? Yeah.
Yes. So they're all moving into cover here.
Yeah.
How far out is he? He is stopped. He's stopped. So he has line of sight, but he can't see anything yet. So I'd be tempted to move him forward.
Yeah, I think so. We've got to
Further.
We've got to start taking out the enemy now. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but
So what you could do.
hunt mode, is it?
Now this is a sloppy way, and this has gone wrong for me before. But so the two ways you can use hold down is get to a position where you can see here, hold down, or don't go any further than this, and I want to be able to see this. This is a bit more sloppy.
Yeah.
But I hope it might achieve what we're trying to
Okay.
do. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Any orders for these two, or tanks are about ready.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think we should.
Onto the plane, or
Yeah, onto the plane. Yeah.
what I'll try and do is this will either look really good or really rubbish. But what I'll try and do is get them to flow out into a sort of arrowhead formation.
Yeah. But the idea is to get them onto the plane and sort of like gradually push towards the town and towards the motorway. So if any enemies come out, if any enemies coming out of the town towards the motorway or whatever, hopefully we might have a bit of a drop on them.
Now this will either look really good or really awful. We'll find out in a sec. So about there. That should flow out. This guy's not really up to much. And it's whether we shuffle forward a bit. Who else have we got? They're parked up waiting primarily for this to be resolved. Split the teams up at all?
Yeah.
Or?
Bazooka team on the roof.
What I'll do with that is, so this is a target arc, and I'll give them a short one so they don't fire without
Permission.
us giving them permission, effectively. Same with these guys, or
Yeah.
okay. Oops. And then I think
I suppose it's like creating multiple lines of defence. Mutual supporting fire.
Now these don't have a guided missile, but we could. So you may be able to just split them into. I'd probably advise just doing one on the second floor, one on the one on the ground floor. So they're parking up in the back. That's the Scout Platoon HQ. They've got orders.
Yeah.
Did I ask about these two?
Are they sort of reserved for the moment?
I've not got them doing anything at the moment. If that's all right. Or
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So this might be a little more interesting. We may see a bit more activity, and I won't skip for this one because it's going to be a bit of a few things happening. So they're pretty much parked back here. He's firing on somebody. This guy. This is all kicking off. So there's the mortars starting to come in. He fired on them.
What's that? They've got out that tank.
We'll go down in a sec to check what happened. So he didn't fire on him, he fired on him. And potentially took out that vehicle now. And he's firing on this. Oof, we don't know what happened there. So,
interesting.
I tell you what, we'll stick with this guy because this guy had all the fun this turn. Oh no, press play. So begins creeping forward. Gets into position, makes the spot. What's the? Oh, careful. And at the same time, this guy's firing on that. Yeah, so something's happening over here. That looks like a nice big explosion. So, I think that's a hit. We can go down and check in a second, but then it's the second spot on there. Or no, he's still aiming, so he may be trying to figure out if they are destroyed or otherwise. But here you go, spots the second vehicle. I think that's 2 out of 2 personally. Yeah, I think he'd take them out as well.
No.
1 sec. Hang on. So yeah, that I reckon certainly caused casualties. I'm fairly certain he's having a bad day because that's smack.
What about the other one? The one
yeah,
with
so
the artillery strike.
I think
because they're out of the vehicle, they've got out, haven't they? So.
Yeah. So that here you go. So it's just hit his. I'd say the driver's certainly dead.
Yeah.
This guy is probably the commander.
Yeah.
And it's whether. Oh, here you go. So you may find. Okay, so we'll watch this bit because it looks like they take a casualty from small arms. So I'd say. this building has got the infantry from that vehicle.
Yeah. What I was going to say is the artillery firing on that position now.
It's starting. I don't know if it's necessarily guided
Probably
on.
the next turn, really.
Yeah. But yeah, the middle vehicle lost its gunner. We can probably go back to the so here you go. At the very start, he's riding up on top, and then he gets shot basically. At some point, it looks like they must have been shot because this guy's ducked indoors. That guy's got hit. This guy's got hit. I thought I had them all. Oh no, I only have one. That's why. Okay, that's a small mishap. Yeah, artillery is starting to fall. Well, mortars are starting to fall in here. Both vehicles that we've sighted, we've taken out.
So we've taken out 3 vehicles so far.
And then they're shaking out into formation at the minute.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
how many missiles has that vehicle got left?
7. We're
Great. Okay.
fine for
So we should. We're on the brow ridge, is it? Because we could potentially move it a bit further forward to have like like to the ridge facing that sort of direction there. Yeah.
Which left or right, sorry?
To the right, because I think if they're moving, if anything comes out to try and attack them, we can shoot them with that, can't we?
Can do, yeah. So I'll get them.
And could we have the other one going that way, like facing the back part, like sort of so
facing or coming down?
Yeah, like sort of coming towards that. Yeah, facing that direction. So. Like, just as an insurance policy, if there's anything comes out that way, if you see what I mean.
I think potentially.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I was on the same road.
Yeah, just make sure where it's not going where any potential artillery is.
That's the point. I think I'd be tempted to push him down to here, and then this one.
We can keep in reserve or something like that.
I think. I would. So if you want these guys to push across here, I feel like it might be useful to have
him there. Yeah, definitely.
How far up? I don't know where we can get to. Well,
yeah.
So you see the way the icon.
Yeah. You can't.
You can't get in there, but we can get down to here. We can get to. So that maybe
feels a bit too close, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just move.
I would say.
For the time being, yeah.
I would say. Bit by bit, and then you've got to consider. That's almost 2 kilometers. So it's not. It seems far forward, but it's still 2 kilometers. Do you?
I've got one more sort of idea. So I'm assuming the ones that need to escape are coming in 3 waves. Then the main Russian force comes, or is it?
Yes.
Then 1 wave. Then it's our 3. So once the 3rd wave come, immediately lay down a long artillery barrage on the entrance to the motorway.
The other option, one thing I would say is. It is mortars. We could do that. I don't know what we'd get out of it. The other thing we can do with mortar fire is smoke. And it might be a case of, is it more useful to obscure their
exit,
movement rather than blow up stuff?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Is another thing. But I was just about to say though, do you want, now that that's taken out, do we feel comfortable pushing down the reconnaissance to
Yeah, I mean,
see what's going on.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And where do we want to go? So, where do we want to get to? Are there any other obvious ambush points? Apart, so these buildings that we said earlier.
Yeah, zoom out a bit, like up or.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, I think just basically that head